So I've been really blessed. My grandfather was a Hall of Fame basketball coach in the state of Oklahoma. Really, really well remembered and thought of as a coach in the state of Oklahoma in basketball. My father, Eddie Peach, was the head football coach at Arlington Lamar High School for 40 years in this town. His legacy has affected thousands of kids and thousands of families. And so if you ask me when I retire, the first thing is I hope I don't coach as long as my granddad did and as long as my dad did. But if that's what God has prepared for me, then great. But what I will say is if you ask me what you want people to say about me when I leave, I would want people to believe that I love kids, that I truly had a heart for kids, and that I would go above and beyond the extra mile for them and their lives. I would want people to think that I was fair. At the end of the day, not everybody's going to agree with my decisions, but I would like them to be able to look at it and say, you know, at the end of the day, I totally disagree with what he did, but it's fair. And the way I look at fairness for me is I have a reason for everything that I do in this program. Now, will people disagree with that? Yes. But do I have a reason right now? Absolutely. So when somebody asks me, what is the reason that you run the spread offense? I've got an answer for that. And at the end of the day, it's the deal of most of my long, bigger kids are playing defensive end and linebacker at Arlington High School. So that doesn't leave enough for tight ends, fullbacks, and those pieces. We have a lot of smaller kids that run really well that can cover those slot positions. And so they can't play any other place on the field but slot, but they can play slot. Well, that fits the spread principle. So from a personnel decision, that's why we do what we do. Now, why do we go like Baylor? Because Baylor's the best offense in the country right now in college football. They're playing at a high level, and their personnel, while it doesn't perfectly fit us, fits us in a lot of ways. So because of that, that is the reason we run the spread offense at Arlington High School. There's a reason for it. I do that with every aspect of what we do here, and I think that's really important. And the last thing is I would love for people to recognize that I'm a Christian man leading a program. And while in the public school setting you can't talk about it all the time, I would like people to say he's a man of God. Because at the end of the day, when Judgment Day comes, I know I'm on that side of the fence going to heaven, but I want to make sure other people recognize that too and they buy into that. And because of that, I would love for 50 kids to come back and not only talk about the opportunities I gave them in life and how that's affected them, I'd also love to come back and say, you know, the Christian example that you set helped me to go on and be a Christian man, and I'm going to heaven because of it.